Yo! What is up, everybody? Kind of a newer thing. I've made a little bit of progression, as you can tell. We're not on rag right now. We are on extinction. Oh no, we were on the center last week. I believe we were. Got a little bit of progression done. Nothing crazy. Got a reppy on rag. And right now, I think we are just looking for a OSD. Probably a red OSD or a purple. I'm not too sure if I could do purple with 2 gigas. I might have to go. Might have to go back to rag. Oh, it's a red. Perfect. Just what I wanted. This is not scripted. I actually just found this. That's crazy. Saves me some time, right, guys? Okie dokie. Female and a male. Get these guys going. Oh, where's my dilation? Oh, a little bit of lag there. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, seems about right. We're gonna whistle aggressive, and we're gonna break this real quick. Just so we don't have to. I prefer to break the barrier. It's kind of just a pain in the ass. I don't know what you guys like to do, but just whatever. It's nice to have the barrier. It's not really needed. I prefer it to not have it. Pretty soon I have some cards printing, and I'll run a couple purples. It'd be fun. Put that on recording. Make a nice little bit on that. I don't know how the quality is. I would like to apologize for the quality, guys. My recording isn't all that great, so I would just like to say my bad if the recording is kind of mid, but you get what you get. You want to attack stuff, buddy? There we go. I swear, gigas are so dumb sometimes. Come on, dude. Okay, as long as he's on passive, that's all that matters. Ooh. 5 more. I forgot reds are pretty docile, so shouldn't be too worried. How far can I go? I don't want to really risk that. Oh, what am I doing? Just talking photo mode. Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure, he's not stuck back there or anything like that. This is where doing OSDs alone is less than great. Break all these. Getting stuck on these. Really wish on these servers you get the old ASC mod where it will tell you where it is. You wanna get that guy, buddy? There you go. Get his ass. Get his ass. Get his ass. Get him. Nice. Let's be honest, guys. He's really just here for backup. He's not really doing anything crazy now, is he? Oh yeah. Sorry if OSDs are boring. Not too great at recording it, so we're working on it. Alright, he did something there. Alright, good job. We got 2 more. I swear, there's always an outgoing issue with OSDs. Stuff will get stuck somewhere or aggro onto something, and oof, it's a doozy. I bet you it's that trike over there that's running weirdly. Or one of these Carnos or something. And he just ate a pork hierarchy. Usually my trebmate would be on. Oh my. Man, burning. Curious if that takes damage. Okay. He's horrible. Probably should have brought my ghillie with me. I played 28 degree. Somebody doesn't want to take fall damage, and that somebody is me. But I'm taking it regardless, right guys? One more! Oh, looks like he died to natural causes. Duh. Never know. 4 more waves to go on this spread. So, it's a new day, you know. Stuff is starting up. I'd like to know how your guys' arc has been. You know, what are you up to? I know Official has their own thing they're doing, and, you know, PvP servers are PvP, and Rag is apparently one of the top 2 runs for PvP because all the new rat holes and all the cool caves and stuff. You know, I'd like to know what you guys are at. How far are you progression-wise? Are you out here doing OSDs like me? Obviously, on an Official, I don't think transfers are through yet, not until next month. But you know, PvP on Official. And have you guys heard all the drama about ASE? Apparently, they broke the mod. A lot of people are speculating it's because ASA is where all the money's at, and they don't want to continue working on ASE. But it's all speculation, you know, take my words with a grain of salt, right guys? So, but I'm not a big AAC player. I used to, you know, a long time ago, but not anymore. I did hear apparently that Aquatica is horrid. Hearing this from, you know, YouTubers like Zavi and Syntac. Shout out to those guys, by the way. Buying the maps, thugging it out, testing it. Apparently it's just full of bugs and other stuff. It's disappointing because ASE was always such a good game. The graphics were definitely lacking, but the gameplay was always nice, and it just, you know, it's at home, it's an old game. We had it for so long, and ASA really just striked it a ton, so. But, you know, I prefer ASA. The higher graphics are nice to have. You know, some of the QL stuff is really nice too. Like, you know, I can hold R, auto run. The new farming mechanisms are nice. You know, ASA was all about, you know, how can we save your time, right? Which is what, you know, I like. Nobody really wants to waste all their time with stuff like this. So, having stuff that benefits us like this, where they're working towards making it easier on us, less effort, just overall easier and better is, you know, always nice. It's always nice where they work on, you know, QL fixes, you know, maybe just stuff that makes life a little nicer, which old ASE never did. You know, it was all about the grind, which can be nice too, you know. I never mind a good grind, depending on, you know, what I'm grinding, right? You know, reading is always a pain. I don't think anyone really loves to read. I don't mind it too much, but, you know, that one's a little unfun, I will say. I also think that this guy. I also think that, you know, finding the right dinos can be fun, but usually it's just cluster F. I didn't find that weirdo. Had to make Gilly, guys. I was burning. But back to what I was saying. AC is definitely really nice, but it's a little disappointing that they, messed it up. And, well, hopefully they work on fixing it. But knowing them, they probably won't. Unfortunately, I will say that I am excited for Lost Colony. It is definitely going to be a good map with a lot of new stuff, and we got a nice little preview from the Drakelings and the Valen and the stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the Drakelings or the Valen were a part of the Mythical Creatures Rag DLC, but I don't know which. We'll slow on that. But it definitely is. Plus, when we're working towards the other maps. I don't know if they're gonna continue the Bob's Tall Tales or the Mythical Creature stuff. I hope they do, because they have a lot of good ideas, and usually the creatures aren't bad. I think the only really bad creatures are the partner creatures, companion creatures. The companion creatures are just not good at all. They die much too fast, heavy to use. Overall, just not all great. But that's just my opinion. Some people use the Armadago, say it's super good for taming, keeping you good. I'm just not a fan of that stuff. I like my trusty Pyro main, which died earlier, so that's why we're burning. My trusty Pyro main or my trusty Drakeling. I also say that I'm excited for what they're gonna do. Genesis and the other maps like that. How's that gonna look? We saw what Extinction did. People did change Extinction completely. Extinction's wastelands were less than pretty ugly, actually. Desolate, like a wasteland, right? So I wonder how they're gonna do Genesis. Genesis 1 and 2, right? Mostly 1. I think 2's gonna relatively be the same. Some touch-ups, maybe. But, the bog being new, the winter biomes being like the ice, volcano biome. I wonder how the volcanic eruption events are gonna work. I'm looking forward to the future days. I definitely think it's gonna be something good. I just hope that the devs of Ark and devs, just in total, Wildcard and studio, work towards making ASA better, and definitely work towards R2, and not so much on the QOL stuff. I think that the QOL is always nice, but sometimes it's good to stay on task towards getting the game up. Personally, I miss Agrisaur a lot. That he was like my scapegoat for metal. Now we're Dunking and Center, or we're Karkinos and Ab. It's kind of just a cluster, I definitely wish a lot of different things were here. The Bloodstalker was nice. Let's see what else. We already, technically have Maywings, right? We're not missing out there. PvPers and the other goddamn PvEers were complaining about not having Maywings for so long. They gave us an Astreus equivalent, so. Which I could go on and on about making this pay for, a Maywing, which is, a Maywing that's behind a money wall, or cash wall, is not too great, but I can understand that the developers, want to make income off their game and, stuff like that. Which is always good, It's always good to put extra step in and get, it's always nice to get paid for what you do, right? I just think that sometimes, not everything is about money, which it usually is, of course, right? It's unfortunate, especially the Pyro main, which is, it's only $5, it's cheap, but, not many people can just throw that stuff away, So, I'm not a big fan of them locking creatures behind a paywall, but I also think that, you know, that's probably one of the only ways that Stale Games is really making money right now, because a lot of their stuff is, you know, they're not doing well apparently. So I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this stuff. God, I hope so. Somebody's getting copyright striked. But you know, it's nice to talk about stuff like that. 2, 3 hostiles. Now I'm always curious about the opinions of, you know, a lot of people and how they're how they're treating what they think about, you know, snail games, and, you know, how they've been putting stuff towards the community, how they've been taking care of it, putting stuff behind the paywall, like Pyramid, Red Mare. You know, it isn't always great, but it is what it is, right, guys? It is what it is. I don't know exactly. I'd like to know what you guys think. What your opinion is on the in the comments of the video. But do you guys think that the new Mega Raptor is going to be any good? He's kind of like a Night Stalker, like the shirt on. I'm gonna guess he does bleed, right? I mean, it just seems that way. Kind of hoping he does bleed. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I mean? I don't know why my volume is cutting out here. Weird. Oh, that's whatever. Go for these. Replicators kind of die on their own. You know, you can't really go far from the drop, so. One hostile remaining. We love waiting, don't we, guys? You know it's bad. I'm out of these berries, I'm out of food. Oh no. Wouldn't be so convenient for food if I wasn't starving this. Oh, dang. I think this video will probably just be me, you know, talking about stuff doing Red OSD. You know, getting your opinions on the art community right now, getting your stuff as a whole, and getting everyone's opinions. And you know, it's always nice to, like I said, it's always nice to see people think how they're opinionated on. You know, never be a stickler. It's always good to get what other people think. It's always good. Right? If you're a stickler all the time, you never learn anything. You know, it's always good to put yourself out there with people that you've never met. So that's just what I do. I think it's always good to talk to people. People out too, you know, people have got people you know, the Pyromane and the Dreadmare behind the wall I yes, it can be, but I also think for modern to make money, especially right now, on hard stuff like that. It's always good to get one. And always try to get your back straight. Right? You don't want to throw out an opinion that's, you know, not just wrong in your eyes, but wrong in general, right? Always the facts and stuff straight. Good. positive, you know, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna maybe I'll do a stream, you know, here and there, and see if, you know, anybody likes it, see if anybody likes my gameplay, you know, crap like that, right guys? You know, see what people think. But I think I've dragged this out, you know. 20 minutes of me talking and waiting for, I don't know, the supply drop. I don't want you guys to get super bored, so kind of do. You know, I feel like in general, you know, red drop food isn't all that great. I'm really just doing it for the crowd mods. I just want, you know, all you guys to know, have a lovely day or night, you know, and, you know, keep your head up, be positive, and have a nice day.